brag, but it is kind of crazy that like all of existence has a crush on me. Well, or I guess is crushing me would be a more accurate phrasing. Either way, I am suffering. And I did not ask to be born. I did not ask to be born.
Hi, good morning, BBs.
Oh, good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It's too early. Hi, it's good to see you.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And baby, it's news. That's our slogan. It's always been our slogan from day one. Baby, it's news.
It's
TM.
similar to the hit song Baby, It's Cold Outside, but with less bad energy.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad energy around that song, but there's not a lot of bad energy around our very good slogan, Baby, it's news.
Hi, good
TM.
morning. It's so good to see you. I
have you
missed you on
been?
Friday.
Yeah.
We did. We missed you.
It's 8 a.m.
It
Can
is
you
8
believe
a.m.
it? It's 8 a.m. on the dot.
Yes.
Should be 8 a.m. wherever you are. Go ahead and put a little arrow next to your name in the chat along with what time it is where you are and how you're feeling this morning.
Yeah, tell us how your Monday's starting off.
Ooh,
At exactly 8 a.m.
that's news, baby, and that's feelings, baby.
It is.
That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
News and feelings. Are you going to drink the loudest you can possibly drink?
For the longest he can possibly drink, yes.
So Dagger, my perfect prince, my dog, who you've sometimes seen in the background of the show, we've talked about this before. He believes he's in a relationship with Saige.
Correct.
He believes that he and Saige are dating.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this thing where if I put water down for him in front of Saige, he will drink an entire bowl of water while looking at Saige to see if she's impressed by how much water he can drink.
I'm pretty impressed.
It's a lot of water for a little guy.
A lot
in
of
all
water.
honesty.
He's a little guy.
There he is.
There he is.
He's
There's
very
a little
small.
guy.
You'd think he's very far back, but he's actually just that big.
Look at him next to my Squishmallow.
Yeah, that Squishmallow is 10 times bigger than my dog.
Very funny.
And
costs so much less.
costs so much less. Huh. I'll tell you what, his skin is beautiful because he's constantly hydrating.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't look his age at all.
Absolutely. He'll do it with food too.
Yeah.
He only eats in front of me.
And the most.
Yeah.
The most. He's not interested in eating if we're at home because there's nobody to impress. He's the sort Dagger, if he was a human, would be the sort of person who would like go to a Buffalo Wild Wings and try to like eat enough wings to get the t-shirt and like maybe look at you to think it like to see if you thought it was cool.
Yeah, the waitress.
Yeah. Like yeah, look at the
He would
waitress.
look at the
and be
waitress
like,
and be like,
I did it. Isn't that impressive? And the waitress is like, yeah, man.
congrats. I guess I'll take it off the bill.
That's very cool for you. You know, or like doing shots in front of the bartender and the bartender's like,
Good for you, buddy.
all right.
Flannel Fries in the live studio audience said that you should put a photo of me above the food bowl.
Another one? It's starting to look like a little shrine. He's got like 7.
I consider it a gallery wall.
He got the idea for the layout from Pinterest.
Anyways,
Imagine
y'all,
my dog on Pinterest. It's a funny joke.
we have a bunch of news to talk about.
Fuck if there ain't news.
There's actually like a ton of it. Let's talk about the thing that happened as we were going live, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Y'all, as we were going live, the Eternals trailer dropped.
Ooh, I think it did one of those 6 a.m., 9 a.m. on the East Coast drops, but as far as we know, it just dropped as we were going live, even though we've been up for a while.
Yeah, of course.
Ding dang, that
Walla
trailer.
Walla Bing Bang.
The Walla Walla Bing Bang, Ting Tang, that movie looked good. That's the other thing that we say when we talk about movies. Our slogan is, of course, that's news, baby.
Uh-huh.
TM.
Yep.
And then, of course, when we're talking about films, it's Ding Dang, Ting Tang, Walla Walla Bing Bang.
Uh-huh.
That's good film,
Yeah.
is what we say.
Anthony, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
Ding Dang, Ting Tang. No, it's really good. It's really good. Marvel, man, this phase is so interesting.
It is.
Because we are at the point now where we are talking about movies with characters that have very low levels of recognition.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't know what an Eternal is.
Right. No.
My half my relatives don't know what an Eternal is.
Yeah.
But that trailer still looks good.
That's the thing. And I think they did a really good job with this trailer of making it mass appealing and making it familiar enough that if you've watched a Marvel movie, you're like, oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Like those really, really casual fans or people who like will see it because they're going to see a movie and it's playing.
Yeah.
They did a really good job of making it familiar.
Half of that is those good Maya's Rubio costume designs.
God, look at those costumes.
God, she crushes every time. The thematic through line of all of the costumes in the Marvel universe, just so good. This trailer was really, really good. Sets up the Eternals, how they've been hanging out here for a bazillion years. Sort of.
That's Thena, right? In the white?
Yeah.
God, look at that.
I know.
God, look at Thena's
and that's what I was
outfit.
about to say. How they've been hanging out here for 1,000 million years, and Angelina Jolie looks perfect. So perfect.
Unfair. All time.
So good.
All the time unfair. We would love to play the trailer for you and do a little live reaction. We would love to.
We would love to.
I think we would probably get hit by the DMCA and the Disney.
We can probably do a
You
little.
play like a little
we
bit.
could probably do a
You
little
do like
bit.
a little bit.
We could probably do a little bit. I'm gonna skip.
Oh my God, please mute it.
I'm gonna skip through. I'm gonna mute this song
Could
because
you
it will
not
definitely
mute
get
it?
hit.
No, we would absolutely have to mute it. We would absolutely get hit by the DMCA. It would be lovely to watch trailers with y'all live. We can't even do it on Patreon because we still have to upload our Patreon content.
Look at that
for YouTube.
reveal.
Look at it.
Look at that. Now I love the way they tie the Eternals' power to the look of Doctor Strange's magic.
Yeah.
The way it's all the concentric circles. I absolutely love that. And here it shows how they've been sort of the Eternals have sort of been helping us out throughout all time. They've been there when there was one set of footprints in the sand. It's when Hot Warrior Angelina Jolie was carrying you, and we love that. Shows the love story, the central love story. It's a beautiful looking trailer, and what I like is that they ended off with a nice little button that ties everything into the Avengers.
I didn't realize both the kids in it.
Yeah, both Starks are there.
Well, Snow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Okay. I did want to say
A
that.
Stark and a Targaryen are there.
Yeah.
Are they gonna kiss? Sometimes they do.
They sure can. We'd allow it. So the one thing is, sure, your mom doesn't know what the Eternals are, but your mom would know this cast, which is really interesting for a superhero film. We've talked about this quite a few times on the show that we're officially at a phase in superhero movies where recognizable names want to be in them, and it is like this badge of honor and achievement to be in like a Marvel movie or to be a mainstream superhero, which is very, very interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, this is another strategic move by Marvel, right? Like, you don't know this movie, so we are gonna stack it with everyone you know and recognize. By the way, I just want to show off. There is a Bollywood dance sequence with Kumail Nanjiani. Kingo gets a dance sequence.
Come on. We've got Angelina Jolie. We've got Salma Hayek. We've got Gemma Chan. I can't. Richard Madden, Kit Harington, Kumail Nanjiani, of course.
Brian Tyree Henry. Miles Morales is very good dad.
Yes. We love.
Taking the leap to live action Marvel. It's gonna be good, y'all. And I want this, and I want Shang-Chi to do so well because I want Marvel to prove that they can branch out into. I mean, look, it's still superheroes, but the more they show that they can branch out into weirder and weirder things,
Yes.
the more longevity they're going to have, which I want for Marvel because I think they're very creative.
Yes.
But also, the more they can prove that, like, you can do a comic book movie that's not based on one of the top 10 superheroes.
Yeah.
You can do something that's weird and interesting and cool. And I want that.
I'm so stuck on the fact that it's Angelina Jolie and Selma Hayek.
Yeah.
Like, those are just people who can do anything they want. Those are just two people in entertainment that have done so much and been so revered that they can do anything they want. And I love that they want to do a Marvel movie.
Hell yeah, man.
I know that it's
you
financially
get those checks
smart.
forever.
I know that it's financially smart and it's all of those things, but like, they're not struggling. They don't need the money, and they know it. I love that.
So
I'm very
good.
excited.
Very excited for the Eternals. Turning to games news.
We got games news, y'all.
We got so many games news. So many.
Where you want to start?
Sure, let's start there. Let's start right at the beginning of the spreadsheet. Let's
You
do
got it. What spreadsheet? I've never heard of her.
We do this entirely off the dome.
Memorize these news stories. Hey, we love to talk about Nintendo.
We do. But, you know, before I was a Nintendo guy, which I consider myself a multi-platform man of the world, really. But I was a big Sega boy growing up.
Right.
God, I was a big Sega boy. And you might be aware that this year is the 30th anniversary of the very fast blue fastmen who have a big gloves and chili dogs.
Rayman?
That's right. It's the 30th anniversary of Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. That's news, baby.
It's the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody.
And some shit has been leaked and been mentioned about the big 30th anniversary. And I want Nintendo to take a look at this, because this is how you plan an anniversary for your famous characters. Zelda.
They were too busy celebrating Mario.
It's like, wow. We get it.
We get it. You have a favorite son.
We get it. A retail listing has leaked a new Sonic 30th anniversary compilation that's going to be coming out soon. It says Sonic Collection EU version for PlayStation 4. That is the listing that appeared on the site. There were claims made earlier this year that Sega was planning a new collection with that retro engine, the Sonic Mania engine, for Sonic 1 and 2, and other games that have never seen a re-release before.
That's very interesting.
Looks like we're all playing Knuckles Chaotix.
You think?
Why not?
Why not?
Fucking why not?
Live studio audience, Pino, I could never say your name. I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Celebratory Sonic Dreams collection playthrough on the Pixel Circus channel.
Of course. I'm always playing the Sonic Dreams collection.
Think we'd get banned?
If I'm not physically playing the Sonic Dreams collection, I'm playing it in my mind. No, we wouldn't get banned.
I mean, I guess I don't know everything it contains.
I know everything it contains, and we can't get banned. We can only scar youths.
All right, that I'm down for always.
Takashi Iizuka announced at South by Southwest that in 2019, that production on the next mainline Sonic the Hedgehog game had begun and was well underway. So, of course, everybody is thinking that that game is going to come out for the 30th anniversary as well. And also, a Sonic Colors remaster was outed last month. So there's a lot of stuff coming. Sonic Colors, as far as 3D Sonic games go, pretty decent.
I never played it.
Pretty decent game.
I was never a huge Sonic kid. I played Sonic here and there.
Yeah.
But Sonic wasn't like something that when the new game dropped, I was like, gimme Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, look, with the benefit of time and hindsight, the first Sonic the Hedgehog is a very broken and unbalanced game, and most people didn't make it past like the third world. But we just remember it very fondly. Sonic was so of the time. How are you feeling?
with my bangs? They're not cooperating.
I'm sorry. So I'm very excited about this. I'm excited to see this 30th anniversary collection. Also, I mean, they're going big. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming next in April, but a new Sonic 3D animated series called Sonic Prime is, of course, coming to Netflix. And there's going to be a live touring Sonic music show, Sonic musical concert, the same way Nintendo does the Zelda Symphonic Suites.
Yeah.
There's
I
going to
would
be...
love to see one.
I want Crush 40 fucking singing the Sonic Adventure 2 theme all around the world. Flying around at the speed of sound.
YMCA.
Got places to go, got to follow my rainbow.
That incredible interpretation is going to get us copyright struck. I know it.
Hey, we already showed the Eternals,
too good.
baby. We're living on borrowed time.
We sure are.
They're all coming for us.
Hey, you know who else is living on borrowed time right now?
Me.
Everybody.
Think about it.
But the drummer of the band CKY.
CKY. That's a name I have. No.
I want to let you know I actively keep CKY on playlists.
I don't doubt that. I've heard your playlists.
So with that in mind, Jess Margera might have just leaked that a new Tony Hawk game is coming. Fucking whoops.
The Behind Closed Doors podcast had him on as a guest, and he noted that CKY is working on a new title with the publisher, and everybody was like, "Yeah, but like, does Jess Margera know what he's talking about? Was he talking about the remaster of 1 and 2?" He literally says it's not. My kid is playing the remaster of 1 and 2, so I'm excited to be working on this new one.
Whoops.
Whoops. Jess Margera. That's what happens when these things reach out so far, these giant games that like people you wouldn't think to have sign an NDA are the ones that are gonna like leak this
Where
stuff.
there's like, I don't know. Jess is Bam's brother, right?
Yep.
They're just like, it's Bam's brother. They didn't think about it.
They didn't think about, hey, they don't think. That's their claim to fame. What if we didn't think about this and instead we just did it?
That sounds about right.
That was Y2K era MTV. What if we don't think about things?
Yeah.
And we just do them?
You're right.
Saige just discovered the previous hit MTV dating show, Are You the One? I don't know if y'all are familiar with Are You the One?
When I tell you I've been on a journey for the last few weeks of season 2 of Are You the One. Now, let me give context to this. Are You the One has been being marketed by Netflix as if it is a new Netflix show. They're putting it on that like flip through title screen of when you leave your TV idle. And they know. They're like, look, you watched Love is Blind. You watched The Circle. You watched Too Hot to Handle, right? We know what you want. And I was like, another Netflix dating show. Netflix does really good dating shows. They
Sign me up.
Netflix does really good dating reality shows.
They
are
do.
not as tacky as MTV and VH1 reality shows.
Yeah. Yes.
They're not as trashy.
Yes.
They're just not as trashy.
Yes.
They're a little more like, I feel like these people are safe.
Yeah. Whereas, like, okay, Are You the One is a show in which a bunch of people fill out these forms, and they are put in a house with 10 other people or something, and your perfect match is there somewhere. Based on these forms that you all filled out, your perfect match is somewhere. They don't tell you who it is.
Correct.
The whole idea of the show is that you're supposed to figure out who everybody's perfect match is, and if you do, everybody wins a shit ton of money. If you don't, and you get a bunch of things wrong, somebody has to go home, you lose money, something like that. Here's what the show actually is. They lock a bunch of newly 21-year-old people in a house, and just put
Unlimited
alcohol
alcohol.
in everything. You go to have a glass of water in that house.
And it's vodka.
It's definitely vodka. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
You go to swim in the pool. It's vodka.
Yeah.
They can't. You're taking a shower and you're like, oh, is that mezcal? Oh my god. Like, they get these kids so fucking drunk.
I also realized something truly deeply problematic about it while really thinking on it, of why the show also made me so uncomfortable while I continued watching the whole thing.
Because they give these people alcohol poisoning and encourage, like, basically fights and weird date rape situations.
Yes, but why is that so, you know what I mean, much bigger here? I guess it could be the amount of alcohol, but it's also the idea that they have set up that your soulmate is in this house, your perfect match. You are entitled to that person, and people will not take no for an answer a lot of times in getting someone's attention. It's not like big triggery most of the time.
Yeah.
But it is this where, like, someone will be like, no, I'm not interested. And they'll be like, but you could be my match.
But
so
yeah.
you have to find out.
We have to sleep together now, so we know.
Right.
We have to, and then like two just ape men, usually every season,
Fucking damn
will
it.
both decide that they are someone's match and just throw hands constantly. Like the rest of these people can't get them to stop throwing hands, and like the fucking producers don't stop it either.
They sit back at there and go,
Yay!
MTV, everybody. Hey, we have a bunch of news today,
Yeah,
but I'm glad that we
Gatsby-
took that interlude.
Gatsby is correct. I'll stick with Netflix's Dumb Hot Island. Dumb Hot Island is
We
great.
love Dumb Hot
We
Hot
love
Island.
Dumb Hot Island. We hope it
So
has
into
some
it.
actual rules and structure next season, but we love Dumb Hot Island.
I still don't understand how.
How
a
do
lot
you
of that
win?
works.
Who goes home? Why?
We're watching The Circle right now, and I don't know how The Circle works either.
How does the circle end?
We don't know, and the episodes are out. We just have to finish it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Big news, other big news, E3's coming up. And surprisingly, not a lot of big E3 rumors this year. Nothing sort of like weird and wild and unexpected. What are you doing? Okay, bye. Nothing sort of weird and wild and unexpected. She's leaving the room. Okay.
Hey, Anthony, good morning.
Oh, hey, good morning. You ready to do the show?
No, I gotta plug my computer in.
Okay. Nothing insane, but there is a big rumor that there's been some rumors about speaking of Zelda, that what's going to happen for Zelda, but none of those rumors have been confirmed by anything I would call a reliable primary source yet. Hearing a lot of stuff about anniversary collection, stuff like that, but it's all coming from it's all a bunch of news sites like I love Nintendo, Nintendo1.com.
Right.
You know, Zelda is the best and there is no other videogame.org. You know, not yet. But there do be a big Final Fantasy rumor. Now, we know Final Fantasy 16 is coming. We know that it's going to be a timed PlayStation exclusive. This is all par for the course for Square. But we also know that even though PlayStation isn't going to be at E3, Square will be there. And Navtra, who is a pretty reliable source on Reset Era. If Navtra posts something about Square on Reset Era, I listen. And they said, I believe you can expect at least one more Final Fantasy announcement in addition to the updates on the currently announced stuff, which would be 16 and Walker 7 Remake. It will be a good E3 for Square overall. We're going to be getting 2 major Square Enix reveals this June, a PS5 exclusive Final Fantasy title, and a cross-gen Eidos title. So, a
Very interesting.
new PlayStation Final Fantasy game.
Interesting.
Final Fantasy is currently riding very, very high on the momentum of 14 Online getting huge again. And, of course,
The 7 release.
the 7 remake
Yeah.
And the all of the new fans that were brought in by Magical Car Boys Car Trip. So I'm excited to see what this new one's going to be. I love those Magical Car Boys, Sage.
I know you do.
They're so good, those Magical Car Boys.
Yeah. I hope they tease a Final Fantasy VII Part 2 date. Yeah, that would be really nice.
That'd be really nice. Hopefully, now that the engine is in place, every single episode won't take 14 years. Hopefully, they have to want to ride that momentum. They have to. I would imagine it's coming soon. Other big things coming soon. There was a huge Overwatch stream.
There was a huge Overwatch stream. Very interesting. I'm looking at the clip of it on IGN right now, right? They released a few things. They gave us some gameplay of Overwatch 2. Y'all know I'm very hyped for Overwatch 2. I'm looking forward to it very much. I'm looking forward to new maps, new PvE. I think that's going to be great. But what they showed us was 5v5 PvP, which is a much larger conversation about the change to the game. For instance, Overwatch is a huge pillar in esports.
Right. And currently, if you're unaware, 6v6 is how Overwatch goes right now for teams.
Yes. So it left a lot of people questioning these Overwatch League teams. Are they going to be cutting down their roster? Are people going to be losing their positions on teams due to the new 5v5 PvP?
Yeah,
There's
Overwatch League is like a huge pillar of Blizzard's business right now.
Yes.
It makes tons and tons of money. They're entire privately owned teams that have millions of dollars put into them, just like sports teams. And of course, all those teams have rosters.
Yeah.
And currently, it's two healer, 2 tank, 2 whatever they call
DPS.
2 DPS. They are removing 1 tank. They're removing what they're considering a tank slot.
Yes.
Is what they're saying.
Most players are considering it a tank slot. And if you're in the league, the balance would be really enforced in that capacity. But there's also no update then. Are you going to give us more powerful tanks that can accommodate for that second slot missing? There's a lot of different ways to play Overwatch. In the matchups, depending on how you play, the balance used to be very different. They enforced matchmaking where they would put you in a specific role towards the end of the game's life, honestly, because you would just get in there and you would be like, okay, there's 5 DPS. I guess I'll be a fucking healer. I guess
Remember
I'm
the
Mercy.
beginning when it was 18 Reapers?
Yeah.
Just 18 Reapers running around?
It just goes through phases. It just goes through phases of whatever's cool. It was like there are 18 Soldier 76s, or everybody wants to be Reaper, or everybody wants to be the new DPS. So they started with these balanced matchmakings, but I don't know, man.
It's interesting. I mean, watching the gameplay, I'm not hugely into Overwatch the way you are, so I'm not entirely familiar, but I will say it could just be who they had playing. It could be because they're trying to show it off and make it look good. But the matches did seem much faster, much more mobile. I'm sure a bunch of that has to do with the new map designs as well. They showed off a hybrid map and a payload map.
Yeah.
It looks like there are far fewer like choke points and places where people are going to just, the match always goes here.
They're moving down the map a lot more in this, which is very interesting.
They're
fighting in multiple places. I enjoy the maps that have these choke points. There's a reason for them, and they help us out. We don't know much about how the 5v5 is actually affecting the gameplay. Can't tell from that here.
Can you imagine?
What?
Can you imagine being like a professional basketball player in the NBA, and you wake up one morning you're a fucking forward, and you wake up in the morning and they go, so basketball is now 4-on-4, and your life is now invalid.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, were you second tank?
What you've been working on your whole life, invalid.
So the things that I found really interesting, and like, look, it speaks to like this existing in the fandom of people that enjoy shooters or have their big strong preferences on shooters. But the comments on this, it has 2,000 dislikes and 1.8 thousand likes. And the
Wow.
comments are absolutely furious that it looks like the exact same game.
Now that's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big one because it do. And I didn't know if that's just me because I don't know enough about Overwatch.
No, it does. It looks like the exact same game, which is why I keep saying when they keep making these announcements, like, I know it's also my personal preference, but I keep saying, why wouldn't they show us the PvE?
Yeah, well, PvE,
I think it's a long ways out.
Our good boy Aaron did come on and say, "Hey, ain't ready.
I know.
Ain't ready."
I know that is the case.
And I think for a lot of people, that's not what they're waiting on. And even if PvE looked amazing, I think for a lot of people, because this is an esport, because people think about this as a PvP game, they wanted to see the big differences and the big changes here.
Right.
Because that's how they're going to play it most of the time.
Yes. I think it's I think that inherently it is going to get a very critical look. Blizzard is a bad company, so I'm not going to disagree with that, quite simply. But I do think people are being, very aggressive and critical. I think somebody points it out well in this comment. Overwatch fans, it looks like the last game. Call of Duty fans, new here?
Right?
Like most shooters.
This is now a sports franchise.
Right.
This is
Like,
now a sports.
people
Show
don't
me.
complain that Madden is just like Madden.
Show me the difference between NBA 2K1 and NBA 2K. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say that clip that we're looking at, that's the IGN fandom. That's on the IGN YouTube channel.
It is.
They're a little more negative inherently.
Yeah.
I will say that on the Overwatch channel, the full stream, as opposed to the 20-minute clip, does have a better like to dislike ratio. Although for Overwatch fans going to the Overwatch channel, it still is a high like to dislike ratio with 25K likes and 4.1K dislikes. So it's not going over exceedingly well, but it's going over, I think. It's like you're saying, they were damned no matter what.
They were damned no matter what. That's it.
But this did need to look more different.
People who like Overwatch were going to be upset because they don't like Overwatch enough to like just blindly support it. And a lot of people just didn't like it in the first place. It's interesting. I was looking here to see like what setup each team would use, and they've got a Reinhardt as their single tank. My reason for the PvE thing, though, aside from it being the thing I'm looking forward to, is like, hey, this is the definitive thing that is supposed to be different with this game. I'm not upset that the multiplayer PvP is not going to be very different. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's interesting, though.
I don't enjoy PvP, and it's my favorite PvP.
The one thing that they showed off that's really, really different, though, other than maps, was like, and by the way, if you and 5 of your friends have a team right now, say goodbye to the least favorite friend.
Yep. Who's not coming with you?
That's our update.
Who doesn't make it?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. So that's very interesting. Of course, I'm sure we'll see more and more and more as Overwatch 2 gets closer to release. Should they have done it? Should they have done it as like big season or big content update drop maybe? And not done the
whole other game?
Not done the whole price. Maybe like throw it at like $40 instead of $60 and release it as like a big 2.0.
I think there is still potential for this game to be different enough to be very good. Overwatch is old. I'm okay with it. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay for another full price game.
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah.
But I think, I'm not worried that they're not going to bring enough changes or there's not going to be enough updates. I'm talking specifically,
like,
I guess,
marketing
from
perspective.
a marketing branding standpoint. Should they have gone like $40 and called it a 2.0 update? Who knows?
I think the move that I think they should have done would be not to promote it for so long.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I think it's okay that they are making it a separate game. It has been long enough. I am willing to pay for it. $60 is fine. But it's been 5 years, right, since Overwatch came out, I believe.
Yeah.
In those 5 years, we've been talking about Overwatch 2 for 3 now. Just wait. Yeah. Just wait. If they had waited, I think, and then been like, hey,
Well, 'cause
Overwatch 2 and we have something to show you, then it wouldn't be this waiting 5 years and anticipating and getting our expectations to something that doesn't exist.
Because the second you release the second you say the new one is coming, the new one is coming, because we have also seen in their numbers, they're hemorrhaging players. Their player numbers are going down and down and down and down and down because everybody's like, well, maybe I'll hold off until Overwatch 2.
Right. If they hadn't announced it, we wouldn't have had so much time to think in our heads what we want this game to be and what we've decided that Overwatch 2 is probably going to look like so that we would have these expectations that they can't possibly meet. So anyways.
Overwatch 2. It's coming.
It's coming.
Hey,
play it.
I keep meaning to jump into this Mass Effect remaster, but you know I'm in the middle of my Zelda journey, so I haven't had time. But there's a very cool and good thing that is coming to No Man's Sky that I find really interesting. I would not have expected something like this from No Man's Sky. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. You gotta go fast. You can get the Normandy. The Normandy doesn't just appear. You can have it. You can have it. If you complete their most recent expedition, which is supposedly incredibly tough to do, if you can finish the Beachhead expedition before May 31st, so by the end of this week, you get the Normandy as a ship. It's a permanent part of your fleet.
How interesting.
It looks wild sitting there in the middle of No Man's Sky. What a strange and interesting thing to do. So it says, after you finish the Beachhead, it says universal boundary failure, showing that the Normandy is coming in from outside of the No Man's Sky universe.
Wow.
And then you just get to have it.
You can have it. That's cute.
I think that's so cool. It's a little weird because I think of No Man's Sky as this perfect little encapsulated universe of its own, with its own rules and its own, its own look and its own feel. So it's a little weird to me to see ships from other things coming in. But it do look kind of cool there.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I like it.
Very interesting.
I like it, man.
All right.
I'm into it. Just kind of a neat little thing.
They're doing a good job of keeping that game alive.
Yeah, they are. New games coming.
Okay.
New games coming. I want to talk about Phantom Abyss.
Let's talk about Phantom Abyss.
I want to talk about Devolver's new game. Devolver's new game is an Indiana Jones-ish temple running game. Okay? You are in a temple that is haunted by ghosts.
Hell yes.
Trying to find treasure. The temple is one of a bazillion that are procedurally generated. Every temple you run is going to be different. The ghosts that you see are ghosts of other players that have died in the temple. So you know how they got killed a moment before they get killed to give you a better chance of running through the temple.
I really enjoyed that whip swing mechanic a lot.
Oh, the whip is very cool.
That looks very, very interesting, used in a kind of grappling sense. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, honestly.
It's right?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
This looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
This looks really good. So here it is. It's first person perspective when you're running through it, but here you can see all the ghosts. And they're doing really interesting things where they are staggering the ghosts a little bit ahead of you. So when you start running, some of the ghosts have started their runs 5 seconds earlier because they really want you to be able to get information from them.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is, if you don't make the run, that's it. The temple disappears.
You can't redo that temple.
You can't redo that temple.
So you can only go off of other people's experience and not learning from your own mistakes. Your next temple will be different.
Yep. It's pretty neat.
That will, in some capacity, drive me fucking insane.
Yeah.
I'm compulsive.
See, you know me. I love a roguelike. So if I play the thing and it's gone, I'm like, well, I'll just get good.
I don't. It's going to take me a while to get used to that, but I want to play it. And this is such a fun, interesting idea. Look, a game that doesn't already exist, Anthony.
Can you believe something that isn't a franchise, a new game, a new idea?
Yeah. And look,
out?
we love our franchises. We
love,
do.
Listen, hey.
We love our franchises.
Check out twitch.tv/Anthony Carboni every day until July 17th to watch me play through the entire Legend of Zelda franchise. Because I love it. But also, new game.
Also, new game. Sometimes I think it can get disheartening working in the games field that, like, nothing is new and everything else is just a reskin of another person's idea.
Oh, for sure. Imagine you're at one of those, even above and beyond that. Imagine you're at one of those studios, one of these big AAA studios where, on A years, you're working on Spider-Man, and on B years, you're working on Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
And that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And when you're done with that Spider-Man, you're moving on to the next Ratchet and Clank. And when you're done with that, you're moving back on to Spider-Man.
I'm very excited.
I mean, it's cool, but like...
No, I'm not excited for that. I'm excited for
the new thing. For the good new thing.
New thing. I mean, look, I'm also looking forward to Ratchet and Clank.
Speaking of endless franchises, there was some Watch Dogs news. They put out their roadmap. And what they'd like you to focus on is the fact that their 4.5 update is going to have 4K 60 on consoles. That's what they want you to focus on. That's number one in the update. What they don't want you to focus on is that they've delayed their PvP modes and DLC. Whoops.
Don't notice. It's fine, but update.
Oh no, it's 4K 60 now.
Yeah, this big update. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, it looks so good.
Hey, congratulations. We did it.
Did you tell them about the delay?
No, I didn't tell them about it. I told them about it, but I put it very small. I put it very small in the delay.
Or the PvP.
Oh, do you enjoy that? It's 60 frame 4K. It's very important for video game to be 4K 60.
It's so beautiful.
We're always working for you.
Hey, maybe do we think we need to tell them about it? Like, I think we need to make sure they know about the PvP.
I put it in. It's a little bullet point.
We said we were doing DLC.
Did
we
you
were gonna do it?
Did you fire the women and minorities?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Looking good, everybody.
Looking good, everybody. Good work. I forgot. Literally, like somebody else, Flannel Fries in the live studio audience said, I forgot that Watch Dogs existed. Hey, honestly, fucking same. Do you know how I remember Watch Dogs Legion exists? I remember Watch Dog Legion exists because they canceled the driver reboot to make it. And how's that working out for you, y'all? Anyway.
Watch Dogs is not an appealing franchise.
Imagine
for
playing
me.
Watch Dogs.
Can't relate.
Can you imagine?
Literally can't relate.
Just playing Watch Dogs?
I'm one of the only people who can't imagine myself playing this game. And I know that. It's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hey, partner, do you enjoy a really slow aiming mechanic and a guy who will sometimes climb a ladder if you ask him real nice?
Now, Anthony and I have the same opinion. Either of those genres. The game sound gone. Did our mic come unplugged or something? Hello?
Hello?
No.
It's showing it.
It's showing it. We
That's
weren't
weird.
muted.
That's
I think that was
weird.
just a Streamlabs issue.
That's
odd.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
It's okay now. Okay.
So yeah, we don't do Western,
Yep, and we don't do army stuff. Like military games.
but also Red. Because Rockstar games are incredible.
Yeah.
And push in a lot of ways.
What? It's happening again? Our audio is completely picking up.
Yeah, we're getting, cutting in and out. That's fascinating. We're not losing levels at all.
Nor are we dropping frames. It's Anthony's mic. Specifically. Say something about Red Dead again.
Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games is weird and bad. Yeah, I don't think it's just one mic. Weird. We're not losing levels at all. That's fascinating. Should we
Keep going?
Should we
You're
keep
saying
going?
it
Should we
seems fine
BRB?
now.
Who knows?
I don't want to fix BRB. It only seems to happen when you're not paying attention to it, right? So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not a game for either of us. And this I find very interesting. Luke Ross is a content creator that makes mods for games, specifically VR games. He made a VR mod for Grand Theft Auto. He made a VR mod for No One Lives Forever 2. And now he has made...
We should say GTA 5.
I'm sorry. Yes.
We should say
GTA 5. No One Lives Forever 2. And now Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't want to play Red Dead Redemption 2 in VR. It is, if I could think of one game that I the most don't want to play in VR, it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Here's what I like about that. Good Lord. The landscapes in Red Dead Dead 2 are beautiful. I feel like just walking around in that world. I like VR stuff where I can sit in nature.
Yes, you do.
I don't like real nature. Don't go out into real nature. But I do like VR stuff where you can sit in strange nature. I do think just walking around in that world would be really fascinating. But no, I don't want to play the game.
No, absolutely not. Like, I don't want to commit violent murder in VR.
No.
I really, really don't, specifically. I also don't want to hunt.
Yeah.
Like, there's one of the reasons I don't play the Red Dead franchise is there's really graphic hunting, and that just makes me sad. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of them being like, you have to skin an animal to progress in the game.
Yeah, the really realistic, like the fact that they did that to it, because there's some games where I can do it, like Far Cry. Like Far Cry, I'll run around and be like, come here, pig, I'm turning you into a bag.
No, I cry.
Because, I don't know, like I'll shoot it with a flaming arrow and it just magically turns into leather. But I can't do like catch an animal, skin it.
Nah, it makes me do a big cry. So here's a little bit of footage from the VR gameplay.
This, I bet, is cool.
You're riding on a horse. Yeah, I get it. I get this much of it, but this is just such a portion of the game.
The thing that's wild about this, though, is Red Dead Redemption is already an insanely high-spec game. Insanely high-spec. This YouTuber, I believe, is playing on a 3090, and they said it was just cranking. The system was just screaming to run it in VR.
So, like, most of us are not going to be able to run this in VR.
But it's kind of cool, and I love that people are doing this. I love VR mods. I love things
We love
that
mods
do
in
this.
general.
Yeah, we love weird mods. I love everybody that converts 2D games into VR.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of that stuff, and we've seen a lot of software that does it automatically for a lot of games. And I love that too. Give everybody every option, and even if you don't want to support it officially, let people make mods like this. Rockstar is usually pretty good about people making mods as long as it doesn't fuck with their money.
Yeah, absolutely. So this was made by Luke Ross. He's on Patreon as Real VR, and that's where you can support these mods and get a hold of them if you're into that sort of thing. And that's cool. I just don't want to hunt in VR. I don't want that to be more real. It's already too realistic for me, and I can't play the game because of it. So
I feel that.
It's for somebody, but it's not for me, and that's okay.
And that's okay. Hey, speaking of Rockstar, 15 years ago this week, the most groundbreaking, trailblazing, and important Rockstar video game of all time was released. Rockstar Table Tennis. Let us all take a moment to remember the very good table tennis game that shouldn't have existed and yet did and was amazing.
I remember this.
They put their entire engine into table tennis. God damn, this game was good.
Yep.
Ugh. Rockstar Games. Here's the problem with making games that do nothing but print money. We're never going to see another Rockstar table tennis.
No, of course not.
We're never going to see another Bully.
Absolutely not.
But
Not a damn chance.
15 years ago, we got the best table tennis. Listen, Pong, tennis, table tennis, all the dodgeball, all of these video games are basically the same video game. Rockstar Table Tennis was a beautiful shining light, a beacon of goodness and hope in this world. And if you have not played it, I believe you can download it for 1 million things, and you should, because it fucking owns. It fucking owns.
I never played it.
It's so good.
I've seen it. I knew it was happening.
It's
I
so
remember.
good. I love a tennis game.
I remember.
I love a tennis game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ever since like virtual tennis for the Dreamcast, I love a good fast-paced tennis game. Love a Mario tennis. Love a tennis.
All right.
It's a fun game.
I'd like to talk about some business.
Well, we are a business show.
We are, of course.
I do have my street MBA.
And I passed the bar in the state of Virginia. So let's start with Twitch news.
Love a Twitch news.
Hey, we're Twitch streamers.
We're Twitch streamers.
We're on Twitch right now.
You know, one of the things that you got to do if you're a content creator, you got to get that SEO. You got to properly tag your stuff. Think categories and tags are important because they allow a creator to tell somebody, hey, I am making what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is what I am about. And a problem for a very long time was that Twitch did not have enough tags for people who were doing streams and wanted to let people who let their audience know who they were
Right.
culturally, socially.
Yes. Before we get into what the specific tags are, just for people who don't stream on Twitch, don't. You aren't directly recommended by somebody that isn't featured on another thing that you were watching is what? There's no reason for this audio thing to be happening. Doesn't make any sense. Audio's back. Okay. The likelihood of you finding a streamer that isn't somebody you already watch, you have watched on another platform and went and watched their Twitch because of it, or was featured in something else that you watched with through collaboration is very, very, very low.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to find new people that have no affiliation with you.
That's why you
on
see
Twitch.
so many squad streams, so many collab streams, so many, it's
Right.
people who are trying to like, hey, let's help our audiences find each other. Let's get each other seen.
Yeah.
But if you've probably noticed, even if you don't stream, when you're looking for people, when you're looking for stuff, you can't even find the stuff you want.
Yeah.
I'm looking for somebody who plays this type of game. Oh, there's no tag for that. I'm maybe looking for somebody who lives in the country I live in. For a while, there was no tag for that.
Correct.
And if you're looking for somebody who sort of aligns with your personal ideals, your personal beliefs, your cultural ideals and beliefs.
There are tags for that now, baby.
There are tags,
and most
baby.
importantly, and most asked for, we got a trans tag finally. Now, trans tag has been a big conversation that the community has been asking for years now. There was concern around the idea of putting in a trans tag that Twitch would not properly moderate and protect trans creators, and that it could become a kind of focus point for targeted harassment and hate.
It was a real chicken and egg thing where people were like, I want the tags so that people that want to find me can find me. Twitch says, well, we can't give you the tag because people might harass you or
Yep.
you might be targeted.
Right.
And the streamer says, well, Twitch, you're supposed to protect me from that sort of stuff. And
And
Twitch
they go-
says, we're doing it by not giving you the tag.
Right.
Yikes.
Now, there isn't really any conversation in place as for what Twitch is going to do for that. This is going to be an experiment for a while, and it might be difficult for a while. But the ability to go through and say, hey, I want to include myself in more trans communities. I want to support more trans creators. We have a trans tag. We have Black, Disabled, Veteran, VTuber. They've removed any reference of ally from the LGBTQIA+ tag. Thank you. LGBTQIA+. The A is not about you, allies. We love that you exist. We want you to exist. We don't want you to stream in the tag.
Don't stream in the tag.
You are not on the rainbow, and that's okay.
I think this is important regardless of how Twitch handles it, and we hope that they handle it well, and that they do put more protections and automatic protections, and also community members that are watching. Like, we hope it's all happening. Now, I think that by doing this, just by doing it, it will help to normalize it on the platform, which will make these bombing, like these streamer bombings and these targeted attacks,
Hate raids, things that we've seen in the past.
all of that stuff is going to die down. I think we'll see a tick up, and I think it'll die down because eventually it's just going to be normalized. Like, this is what you have to do.
Right.
By sweeping it under the rug and saying, like, hey, we're doing it for the best for you.
Yep.
Which, like, we know that's not true because they can't even put all the gaming tags they need in. They're just slow to add tags.
They are. It's a good day, honestly.
It's a very good day.
It's a good day. We are happy to be able to celebrate this. We can say fucking about goddamn time. Absolutely. I've yet to find a list of all 350 tags. I've been trying to find one. Their blog didn't feature it. If we find it, I'll drop it in the Discord for you.
I think that's another sort of instance of Twitch being like, we've added 350 tags. What are
find
they?
'em.
Well, we're not going to list them all out.
Yeah.
Because then you'll just tell us which ones are missing.
Yeah.
And we just did a listen.
Yeah.
We gave you 350 tags. So many tag. You can tag everything now.
Did you tell them about all the ones they've been asking for we didn't give them?
No, I just told them lots of tags.
Okay.
I told them so many tags.
It's a lot of tags.
It's
They
so many
won't
tags.
notice.
They'll
Who's gonna
never
read
find. Oh, so many tag for you. We love you.
everything you could ever need.
We love you so
No
much.
one's gonna read 350 tags, right? I want to read 350 tags. I want to see what it is. This is kind of cool. I just happened to go to an article here, and this is on pinknews.co.uk, talking about it and talking about the support for the transgender community by adding this tag. And our friend Nicotine is right there on the cover.
Hey.
That's cool.
Hey, we love that. So this is another thing. Inkdependence Mike in the live studio audience is saying, how do you even find tags? You don't. You start typing something that you think will be a tag. And if it is, you win. And if it isn't, -1 point to you. Keep track. It's entirely on the honor system.
Genuinely, it's a really fucked up system. Discoverability is not solved. Discoverability is not solved in any way right now. But it's a little better today, and that's cool.
It's, hey, every step forward is a good step, and we're happy that it's happening. Thank you to Twitch for listening to the community on this one, and we hope you continue to.
For reference, when you're like on your page here, these are your tags down here. We've got English, LGBTQIA, and mental health right here. You can click on these tags to find other streamers in those tags right now. So
How exciting.
you can get to live channels and you can search tags. Oh, look at that. They do have drop down.
And another important group was given the proper amount of notice.
Do not make this sarcastic.
I'm just
Anthony?
Here's the thing. There is a level of importance that's dropping off, and we have to admit that.
Yes.
There's a level of
unquestionably.
importance that's dropping
But that
off
happens
here.
between every story, and that's perfectly
There's
fine.
a level of importance here.
We are not making fun of this story, though.
Twitch has also added, very exciting,
A pools, hot tubs, and beaches category.
Hey!
Hot tub streamers has been a massive conversation for the last month or so on Twitch. Hot tub streamers rose up kind of out of nowhere. Essentially, one large femme-presenting creator made a hot tub stream and made fucking bank. All right?
This is a good move because, number one, let the people stream what they want, and if it's successful, then good. That's what the platform is about. We've talked about this before with the hot tub streams. We want them to have nothing but success. We want them to get that bag. Get that bag. And
Yes.
not only did Twitch not shut down the hot tub streams, which everybody was like, shut down the hot tub streams. No, fuck you.
No,
Shut down
fuck
your
you.
stream with your bad microphone and your terrible webcam and your shitty commentary. They gave it a category.
They gave it a place to exist. Now, every time we talk about this, I am going to reiterate. We have to support women monetizing their own sexuality when they choose to. Women, femme-presenting people in any capacity are going to be objectified. They are going to be sexualized by men. And that has been happening forever, for always. It has never stopped. So when a woman takes the power then and says, well, I'm comfortable with this. I am going to monetize my sexuality in a way that I am comfortable with. Everybody goes, oh my God, oh, gross.
I like who I am.
Ew,
I like presenting
no.
myself this way.
Absolutely not. No.
This is something that people want,
And
and
yet-
I want to give that to
And
them.
we have an issue with that. And yet I, as someone who does not include sexuality into my content, I'm getting spammed with tweets telling me that they, I believe the context this week was, give it up and start an OnlyFans. Let me see it.
That's such a common internet thing in this age, and I hate it so much.
OnlyFans when?
OnlyFans when, which is such a weird, like the weird psychology of that is very interesting because you can't.
And then if she
You
does,
can't dunk on OnlyFans because people who are doing, like, because there are people who are making their money off of OnlyFans and we respect them and we support them, but you know that they mean it in a denigrating way because they mean
Absolutely.
it in a way that you are not comfortable
Right.
with. But they know that they are not technically harassing you by saying it. And I fucking hate that.
it's such a particular area of trolling.
I hate it. I hate it. But what I like about this is Twitch was worried about advertisers not wanting to advertise on a hot tub stream, right? We saw Amaranth get demonetized on the advertising platform. So much of this stuff, how do we solve it? Man, the way you solve it, like any platform, is you take the trend and you acknowledge it. If you make a hot tub category and an advertiser doesn't want to advertise on hot tub streams, they just say when they put their ad money in,
Not that tag.
don't put it on that.
Don't put me in that category.
Don't put it there. Instead of wringing your hands and being like, oh, is it too adult? And what if we do this? Do we have to fucking let people do the thing?
Right.
Support the people who are doing the things on your platform. I hope this leads to them being more nimble with other types of streams and other types of creators as well.
Women have been restricted on Twitch for as long as Twitch has existed. There was a time where women could not wear tank tops on Twitch.
Oh, God, I remember that.
There were times where, I mean, you know, there's always the feet conversation. Feet are now allowed within context, for instance.
Yeah. Like I could show my feet right now because we're talking about whether you can show
That's
feet.
not correct.
And that's like,
That's not the
that's a
context.
fair use.
That's incorrect.
That's what's called under American copyright law, fair use.
That's a white man's understanding of the rules, and
so-
he'd get away with it.
And so if I, right now,
That's a white man's understanding of the rules, and he would get away with it. Anyways, on this conversation, if men are going to inherently sexualize women, give them a place to safely do so in doing so. And look, after getting harassed to start the OnlyFans, if someone does it, they then get harassed for doing it by
I
the
knew
same
she'd start at
people.
OnlyFans.
I knew she'd do it. Yeah, you asked her to. Fuck you.
Yeah, you asked for it and you're probably going to pay for
In
it.
addition to that, the argument that hot tub streamers are stealing your views, they weren't there for you. Get a personality, and maybe you'll get viewership then.
But also,
if
those
somebody in
people
a
were
hot tub
maybe-
is more interesting than you, that's a you problem.
But also, maybe, like we said before, maybe what those people are looking for isn't an interactive personality at that point. Like, they're looking for something else. You're never going to make the content that audience member is looking for. It's like if my mom turns on the TV to watch Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't matter what's on at the same time as Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't matter if on another channel there's a great movie on. My mom doesn't care. She wants to watch Wheel of Fortune. If those people aren't watching your stream, they didn't want to watch you, dog.
the people who are going to watch hot tub streamers were not going to watch your Halo 2 playthrough. I'm so sorry.
But also,
You should watch these otters.
You should watch these otters. These otters are hot tub streamers, and they are now in the hot tubs and pools category, and you can watch them anytime you want.
Yeah.
Thanks to this, they're now way more discoverable. Their channel has rocketed up in popularity. These otters are influencers, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good. The Marine Mammal Rescue Center in Vancouver has been broadcasting views from their sea otter pool. They've been doing it under Travel and Outdoors, calling themselves the #1 cold tub stream. And now they've switched to hot tubs and pools. And they are getting so many more viewers. This morning, they were just napping together.
So
they do that thing where they do this,
Uh-huh.
and they lay back and they nap together. Oh,
That's great. Also, people in the live studio audience were asking, like, are people really using the, like, stealing our views argument? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
They've been using that about women as long as women have been streaming. I can't stream without a man thinking that I'm only getting viewership because I'm a woman.
I'm not going to say that it's tied to specific genres or groups or categories of game streamers, but there do seem to be people who only play a few different types of games who think that the ladies are stealing their views. You might be able to guess what they are. Moving on. These are two big good moves from Twitch, though.
We do want to say
Thank
Thank you, Twitch. Hey,
Um,
we love when we get to say something positive about Twitch as people who stream on the platform and want it to do well and often have to talk about it not.
It is. It's mostly Pikmin streamers. You're right, Independence Mike. It's mostly Pikmin streamers.
Yep.
Hey, were you a Dying Light person?
Not really,
Because you're not a zombie.
because I'm not a zombie person.
You're not a zombie person, but Dying Light was a great game. Came out in 2015. Open world zombie game. Lovely. We got another store leak from the Microsoft store. People really do be putting their products up and getting them ready, and we do be hunting for that. Dying Light, there's modders, and now Dying Light Platinum Edition. Leaked via the Microsoft store. Supposedly going to be the richest version of this game. It's listed for release this week. Should be coming out May 27th. It looks like it's going to have Dying Light, the following expansion, Dying Light, the Horde mode, the Cuisine and Cargo Zones, Ultimate Survival Bundle. It's got a large collection of skins and weapons, including a new 5th anniversary bundle. Pretty exciting. Hey, you like Mirror's Edge with zombies, says Kaylin Roar? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do. Thank you for asking. I do like that. So that's coming on May 27th.
Very exciting for people.
Very exciting
For you.
for people.
Yeah. A couple more things.
A couple more things. Do we want to move down here to this section?
Yeah, sure.
Let's-
We're running out of time.
Let's move down here to this section. First of all, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You know him. You love him.
Of course.
You're legally obligated to love him.
Yeah.
None of us, it's just weird if you don't.
Yeah.
It's just weird if you
It's
don't.
Maui.
It's Maui, baby. It's
No, that was Maui just messing around.
Jumanji. It's Stephen Jumanji is the name of his character from
Yeah.
Jumanji. We know that he's going to be playing Black Adam in the DC movie universe.
Yes, we do, with that incredible announcement that they did a few months ago.
Ooh, so good. And he is going to be playing another character in the DC universe as well.
An important character.
An important character. A very good character. Maybe the best character. The best boy. Crypto, the super dog. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Crypto in a League of Super Pets movie. You got your Crypto, the super dog. You've got your Streaky, the super cat. You've got your Ace, the bat hound. They're all gonna be there, baby.
Yeah, of course.
They're all gonna be there, baby. Crypto.
You dork.
I love him. You can't talk about Crypto now without some fucking neckbeard in toe shoes thinking you're talking about mining some money that isn't real.
Yeah,
no,
right?
I'm talking about the realest thing I could be talking about. A fake dog.
Not to be confused for Dogecoin, which is also kind of a fake dog.
That's also kind of a fake dog. This is the good boy. This is the good boy. We don't know when the movie is coming, or we actually do. They just announced it. Okay, great. I love it. It's being directed and written by Jared Stern, who is the writer of the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Ooh, so good. DC League of Super Pets is going to hit theaters on May 20th, 2022.
So almost exactly a year from now.
No word on who's going to be Ace the Bat Hound.
That's all we got so far. The Rock is a smart first person to announce.
God, The Rock. Well, he's also, this is great, his production company is the one that made it happen.
Excellent.
He said, I want to be crypto.
Thank you.
He said, I want to be crypto, baby.
Thank you, Mr. Rock.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. The Rock Johnson. It's a hyphenate.
Yeah.
Mr. The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. The Rock Johnson.
We appreciate it. Hey. I want to talk about Pokemon next. I want to make sure we get to this.
Yeah.
This is very funny. Hey, everybody. Hey, Cap.
Hey.
So,
What is this, Moby Dick? Because you can call me Captain ACAB. You know what I'm saying?
So with that in mind, it's really nice when like figures you've looked up to in gaming and in nerd culture are with you on these causes.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
You know, I know people are a little tired of some people are just like, hey, I don't want entertainers and public figures to get political all the time. I'm a little tired of it, but it's important. It's important for these people as, you know, I don't want to call them necessarily community leaders because not every celebrity is a community leader, but as people that have the ears of large groups of people.
They have a responsibility to stand up for what's right.
Exactly.
Pikachu said 8cab.
Pikachu said, fuck the police. Pikachu said, fuck the police.
Hey everybody! In this week this week's episode of the Pokemon TV animated series, the Japanese animated series,
Yeah, this is the new one. This is the one that's just called Pocket Monsters.
it's just called Pocket Monsters. Pikachu got arrested.
Pikachu got arrested, and let me tell you something. Let me show you what he did first thing when he got arrested. He fucking took the cuffs off because they don't fit on his little hands.
Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
They don't fit. I don't know how. Wait, here we go.
I got it.
There it is. He pretended they were glasses to groove. They're trying to arrest him, and he's like, "Hey, look at me.
He made a mockery.
Hey, I'm a big nerd, and I'm trying to arrest people." Yeah, Pikachu said eat shit.
Yeah, he did. And we love that.
Pika Cab says live cereal in the live studio audience.
So in it, large amounts of electricity were being stolen from houses in Vermilion City. And a Pokemon that resembled Pikachu was spotted the night of the power shortage. All the other Pikachus had an alibi except for Ash's Pikachu. So this is also a lesson in profiling. This is also...
They racially profiled Pikachu.
They did. And he got arrested for looking like somebody who was out at night and that happens to...
I'm sorry. Do you not like electric rats walking around in the nice parts of Vermilion City at night? Oh, I'm sorry. Are they not allowed to exist there after sundown?
Lee Green Griffin in the live studio audience said he was wrongfully charged.
Hey!
So a conversation about wrongful conviction, profiling, and making a mockery of the police. Thank you once again, Pokemon.
Thank you, Pokemon.
For being just right. We love you.
Thank you, Pokemon.
We love you. I love Pokemon so much.
I'm going to say 3 things to you, Saige.
Please say 3 things to me.
I have a feeling 2 of them are not going to interest you.
Okay.
And 1 of them will.
Yeah.
Highlander. John Wick. Henry Cavill.
What?
Took
Took these off so I can see less.
So I could see. Because I just want.
Less.
Here's what's up. In a Highlander remake from the director of John Wick. Henry Cavill, Highlander remake, John Wick.
Did you hear my love for Henry Cavill, everybody? The audio went out for a minute. Did you hear my love for Henry Cavill? I hope that you didn't miss my love for Henry Cavill. What that was about was me loving Henry Cavill.
So here's what's up. I love Highlander. I love Highlander. It's such a dorky, goony thing, and I fucking love it. The idea of magic swordmen have to fight with sword and take each other's head off to steal their magic.
I've never seen it.
Ugh, it's a great film. Great film. Highlander, great film. Highlander 2, weird as hell, bad movie. Love it. Highlander the series, now you're talking crime. Now you're talking crime. Henry Cavill as the immortal, well, he might be a McLeod. The original movie was about Connor McLeod. The television series was about Duncan McLeod. And they've been alive for hundreds of years, and they got to fight other people who've been alive for hundreds of years with swords and take their heads off to steal the lightning that lives inside of them.
Right.
And then if you're the last one, you get the prize. Nobody knows what it is, but it's probably just being in charge of everyone because you can live forever. And in the last movie, they decided if you can take enough people's lightning, you actually start getting superpowers in addition to being immortal. It's so good. It's so good.
We've actually got a little bit of early footage from it.
No way. Is that Saige? Saige. Is that that's just Henry Cavill building his PC. Saige. Do you know what's wild? When the original Man of Steel came out, he was kind of like he was muscular, but he was kind of like a thinly built guy.
Look at him spreading thermal paste.
Look at him spreading thermal paste and then killing someone with swords.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
When he did the first Man of Steel, he was kind of like, he was like a little thinner when he was doing it, and he was like doing the tests and like trying.
And then he became Geralt.
He just gets bigger and bigger and bigger now.
Yeah, now he's Geralt of Riviera, and that's all that matters.
He's so fucking massive now. Like, he can't go back to being a thin guy. There's no way to do it. He's just gonna be huge forever. God, everybody's saying he's a damn good Superman, and you know what? He really is. He really is. Was he given the best platforms to be Superman? No.
No.
Neither was Brandon Routh, who I think was also a very good Superman. What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm looking at the new Highlander.
He was an impossibly jacked Sherlock Holmes. He was! And I thought he was a great Sherlock Holmes. Although a jacked Sherlock Holmes was really weird to me because it conflicts with the opium and heroin addictions. But they didn't really focus on that very much in Enola Holmes. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing...
He's putting in his graphics card.
He's got an anti-sag bracket, too. He knows what's up.
Right?
I don't even have the anti-sag bracket.
What's that, a 3080, 3090?
No, that's it. That when he was building that was a 20,
still
that was
20?
2070 or 2080, I remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while. Because I remember when the 3080 came out, we were like,
Right.
Henry Cavill
and he
just
got
built
sent
his
one
PC.
immediately. He got sent one immediately.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
We were just like, he just built
That's
his PC.
why I associated him with it.
Why? Let him have it.
Thank you, Goose Boy. Sage showing what everyone wants to see.
This is now, we don't have to, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't have to do a show ever again.
No, we can all just watch this.
We could just do that over and over until they finally take us down and just make the money we make off of Henry Cavill building his PC.
Anyways, Highlander looks great.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Kotaku's weekend reporting staff. They have one of the toughest jobs in the business because they have to keep making 87,000 posts.
Yep. When there's no news.
When
no
there's
one announces anything over the
absolutely
weekends.
no news in the world. This weekend, Ari Nadas put up an article on Kotaku that was, here's what games were coming out the last time the cicadas emerged 17 years ago. Because the cicadas are coming back this summer. Ari Nadas is just trying to make. He's just trying to make
Doing the
rent.
best.
Look, they're just trying to
They
get.
gotta write stuff.
It's their job over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
to fucking populate this fucking site.
Miss Jo said that they missed it.
No, I don't think they did.
They said, look, right there, it's Saige, I missed it. Show it again.
No, they're lying. Here's the thing. It's kind of an interesting article. That's what I think is the good thing about the Kotaku weekend
They put
staff.
effort into it. They don't just make garbage filler content, but they do have to find stories. They have to make stories. And that's cool. I don't know.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Monster Hunter came out in 2004.
Wow.
Super Mario 64 DS came out in 2004.
Shit.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was 2004.
Yeah, you're right.
Halo 2, like they did the work. That's kind of it's. I looked at the headline and I cracked up because I felt so much for this person. And then I was like, damn, they really did it.
They kind of knocked it out of the park.
They kind of wrote that article.
Yeah.
There was another one this morning I can't find now that says a 4-inch Batman figure is the perfect size. And it's just a picture of a Batman figure riding up somebody's dog. And it was a Kotaku, like it was a headline on Kotaku this weekend.
Excellent.
Kotaku, fill that blog, baby. We love you.
We do.
We love you, Kotaku. Get paid.
And that's a great place to leave you today.
Maybe the best place.
We love you so much, BBs. Thank you for starting your day with us. We appreciate it so much. If it was your first time here, I hope you followed the channel. We do this show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, whenever 8 a.m. Pacific occurs for us.
We'll let you know.
We will. And the best place to get informed on that would be to join our Discord.
Hey.
Completely free. You don't even have to be a sub.
You don't have to be a sub.
There's
You can
no
be a
gates
dom.
there at all. You can be anything you want in the Discord
You
as
can
long
be
as
a
you follow the
Switch.
rules. All right? So get in there, join us, hang out, and join us again for the show.
If you see, by the way, speaking of the show, if you're in the Discord, you see stories you want us to cover, put
Put 'em
them
in
in
the
the It's Too
Discord.
Early channel. We'll
we
cover 'em.
love to talk about the
We'll
things
shout
that
you out.
want to hear about. So we take a look at those before we do the show. We also have a Patreon if you want to support the show in another way. You get a bonus clip from It's Too Early every single week. You get early access to the podcasts of shows like Failed Safe on Friday nights, our D&D 5e show that you can see both of us being real fucky little D&D characters on. It is pure chaos.
God, we like to fuck around.
Yes, we do. We like to make our DM's life impossibly difficult and really prevent him from telling you the story. So come and check that out. There's a big library of content to catch up on. We also put these shows up on YouTube if you like to watch them on YouTube after.
Sometimes 8 a.m. is a little wibbly wobbly, and sometimes you can't be here at 8 a.m. So,
okay.
that's fine. Check out the Vogs. Check out the YouTube.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Well, money is weird.
money is weird.
Yeah.
Listen, we know that money is weird. We do want to thank everybody that supported us throughout the show, but we also want you to know, like, hey, if you can't subscribe, if you can't donate, that's fine. We make a show so people will watch it. You're watching the show. You're doing everything we ever could have dreamed.
Yes, you are.
If you want to support a little bit more and you don't have any money, maybe just share the show with a friend.
That helps a lot.
Tweet something out. Let people know you like this. Let people know you like the thing.
Yes.
Make a GIF. I love to be in a GIF.
Absolutely. That helps us out so much. Getting Mo done. Thank you for the bits. Best way to start the day. Shy
Eyes.
Shy Eyes. Thank you for the follow. Fabio's Butter. Cheese Pizza 999. Turtle Tunchi. Jada Film. Kaylin Roar with the bits said, honestly, I love how relatable you guys are because I'll totally buy a new game and play it for 2 hours and then go back to playing the game I finished 3 times already. Absolutely. Mr. X Kill Switch with the follow. Dazo Boy, Ben Hop, 1985. Remus, thank you for that follow. Malcolm Online, Flatlander, Gil the Vlogsmith. Hey, Gil. Thanks for dropping in. Ozzy Lucy, Eelstein, and Zombie.
Zombatologist.
Zombatologist. Thank you for the follow. And hey, Flannel Fries just now. Thank you for gifting that sub to Henry Cavill. Please also send him my Instagram.
Is Henry Cavill allowed to wear a tank top on Twitch, or did we break TOS just then?
No, Henry Cavill can do anything he wants.
That's true. He's Henry Cavill.
To me and anyone else. Anyways, everybody. Anthony, where can they find you on the internet?
I am everywhere online at Carboni, except for Twitch, where I am at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, give it back to me. Every day until July 17th, I am playing my way through the entire Legend of Zelda franchise. We are just about to, unfortunately, start one of the terrible CDI games because my viewers wanted it, and they are terrible, and I love them. So check that out today at 4 p.m. And also check out my science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata called We Have Concerns. Comes out every Friday, and it's very good and very fun, and you'll enjoy it.
It is, and you will. I agree. Cookies, thank you for that sub. Sliding in at the end there. Thank you so much. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, which means I will be live tonight. We're playing through Resident Evil right now. You can find me this afternoon on the Smosh Games channel for Bored AF. We're going to be playing some games over there at 3 p.m. Pacific. And then you can find me on Thursday on the D&D channel, on this channel all the time. I live here. And supporting it means the world to me. So thank you for letting us keep making these absolutely silly things with our friends.
I think I just got my hair doing what I wanted to. Can we start the show now?
I mean, yeah, probably. We love you very much. Goodbye, BBs. See you on Wednesday.